Okay, happy for our players. It was a good win. It's good to win. We have our off week coming up. Off week couldn't come at a better time. We have a better idea of who we are offensively, defensively, and special teams, some things we can build upon, and we can get some guys healed up, which is much needed. Really, I felt like the keys to the game were the defense forced 4 turnovers, gave the offense some short fields. There was 3 kickoff returns that were impact plays in the game, also some short fields. Peyton Barber had another good game, ran the ball hard, extremely hard in the second half when they knew that we were going to probably run the football. Crowd was great on a misty afternoon, but overall, good win. I'm happy for our players, and we're in a good spot going into the off week.
Motions? As you say, you know, have a better idea of who you are offensively and defensively. Who are you offensively when you run that much? You don't have your quarterback throw very much.
Well, you know, we do what we have to do to win, and that was just the way it was today. You know, I was excited about the running game. We didn't have to throw it that much, and we had some short fields that had something to do with that too. But you know, we have a good idea, you know, about who we are moving forward.
Gus, when you were making decisions or trying to make a decision about running back,
yeah,
could you see Peyton Barber having the impact he's had?
Well, we knew he had a chance to be a very good running back. The things that stand out to me about Peyton, it's very important to him. It reminds me of Cameron Artis-Payne about the importance of the game and the team and everything that goes with it. He showed great toughness. He's ran the ball, you know, extremely well and hard. And for the most part, he's had good ball security. I think we put the 1 ball on the ground, he got back, but you know, he's really been the leader of our offense so far.
Yeah, I think 3 explosive runs today of 20-plus yards. It's good to finally see that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no doubt. We talked about explosive plays. I think Ricardo Lewis made one of the big plays in the game too. You know, he was covered. Sean, you know, had to hold it as long as he could. They had an extra guy coming through a gap, and Ricardo made one of the bigger plays of the game. You know, right before halftime to give us a little breathing room right there. I thought that was a huge play too.
Do you think it's any coincidence that Peyton Barber's 2 longest runs of his career came in the 4th quarter of this game?
Right. You know, I think that's who he is. He gets stronger as the game gets going on, and kind of like I said earlier, you know, they knew we were going to run the football. It's not just a credit to Peyton, but it's also a credit to our offensive line that, you know, they're starting to come together and starting to gel a little bit better and do some good things.
What was your plan with Jeremy Johnson? What were you trying to do with him today?
Well, I mean, we went in this game just like last game. Jeremy had some packages if the situation presented itself. You know, Jeremy's worked extremely hard. He's still working hard, and he had a good week of practice.
Did you like what you saw out of the Wildcat beyond the fumbled snap on that one?
Yeah. You know, that was Kerryon Johnson's first time, you know, run the Wildcat right there, and you know, I thought he did some good things, and you know, so yes, to answer your question, you know, it's just a matter of him handling the ball a little bit.
How do you feel about just the ball security? I mean, 4 fumbles today, you didn't lose any.
Yeah, there's no doubt we got to correct that because there were some close things, especially that one going in right there, and I think our quarterback had something to do with a couple of them. You know, he's got to protect that football, and you know, at the same time too, like I told him, he's not a running back. I mean, get what you can and get down. He tried to run over a couple guys right there, and we need to do a better job of that in the future. But you know, the bottom line is there was no turnovers, which was big. But like you said, the coaching factor as far as the ball security has to get better.
Well, in the open week, will Sean still be the guy, or will that still be something?
I think you know, he did some good things. I mean I thought he competed. He did some good things. You know, we'll take this thing week to week like we've been doing it. You know, but we're starting to kind of get good answers to the questions that we needed. And there's a bunch of new guys out there, a bunch of young guys in certain situations, and so we got a better idea moving forward.
How confident are you in him throwing though? Because other than
Yeah, I'm very confident. We just didn't need to today, and we ran the football and we had short fields. I mean, if we had to throw the football, you know, I feel as good as you can for a guy that is his second start. And, you know, he made a really good play on that one that he got the ball off to Ricardo like we were talking about early.
On 4th and inches, Williams.
Go ahead.
On 4th and inches, 28-14.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to understand from a coach's standpoint. I mean, you're down there close. Yeah, you can go for it, but if you go up by 17, the game's over. And you know, we feel pretty good about, you know, our field goal team, but obviously we didn't get it done. And when you don't make it, it's easy to say, crap, what, you know, why didn't we go for it? You know, that's just part of it. And you get a feel for a game, and you got to make the best decision you can as a coach. And really at that time I felt pretty strong that we need to kick the field goal, try to go up by 17. It didn't work that way, but that's what I was thinking.
Gus, how pleased are you? Because in the past you guys struggled with penalties. You only have one penalty a day, 15 yards.
You know, that was a huge focus of ours that we're talking about. We can't beat ourselves. We can't have the behind the chains. You know, I think we talked about that Tuesday, that we got to have the plus plays on first down, and I thought for the most part we did that today, and we didn't have any of the penalties.
Guys, how do you evaluate the defense? It's another 400-yard game, another game where you know the running back's a good player, but he still has a very productive day against you still. So just how do you feel about the defense?
Well, you know, I think you got to look at it collectively. The big thing that stands out to me is the 4 turnovers. I mean, you get 4 turnovers, no matter how many yards you give up, you got a good chance of winning. So they were very opportunistic. You know, they're still a work in progress, just like our offense is. But the good thing is we know a lot about what we have. The good thing is we have an off week, which, like I said earlier, is much needed to heal up, to clean some things up. But, you know, it's a good win. It's a good win against a quality opponent, and we can get some momentum heading into the second half of the season.
How much better were they than last year?
What's that?
How much better were they than last year?
Yeah, much. They were much improved. There's no doubt about that. I think they were much improved on offense, and I thought they had a solid plan defensively too.
Yes, with Sean now having a couple starts under his belt, how important is this all week for him now that he can just not have to worry about a game plan and focus on the state?
I think it's very, very important, not just for him, but for everybody. And like I said, give us a chance to really catch our breath as coaches and really evaluate the big picture of the whole thing and get the best plan, you know, moving forward for the rest of the year.
I know you want to get Duke Williams more involved in the offense. He had a couple of plays today. He's ready to take this game going forward, momentum for him at all.
Yeah, he made a really good play on that tunnel. You know, he broke a couple plays and almost popped it. But, you know, he's a guy that does draw attention of the defense and a lot of times opens up other things.
Are there any particular things that you're really going to focus on with the week off?
It's just getting better. It's getting better at what, you know, who we're going to be in the second half of the season. And, you know, we got some good information on the young guys. I mean, I think that's probably the biggest thing for me is how the young guys are going to respond, how they've responded, what their strengths are, build around those strengths. And, you know, that's the big thing.
Was today a big clue that Ricardo's 100%?
He's close. You know, he practiced the majority of the week. We tried to rest him. It's going to be good for him to rest this next week and then have him back. But like I said, he made one of the impact plays of the game.
Is Tim Irvin healthy?
He wasn't today. No, he wasn't able to play.
How important is that rock that you saw today to what you guys want to do on offense?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, we're a run play action team. I mean, obviously to be a really good offense, you've got to be balanced, and balance means take what they give you. And if they're giving you the throw, you got to be able to execute. And if they're giving you the run, you got to. So we're still working towards that. But there were some bright spots today that we can take for the rest of the year.
Casanova's going to be a full-time defensive end, and also.
You know, that's something that Will did this week, and you know, he'll evaluate the situation and how he did, and I just felt like we needed a little extra oomph right there since we didn't have Carl Lawson. So we'll see how he graded out and see what Will wants to do moving forward.
Speaking of Carl, you'll hopefully get him back.
We're hoping we get him back. Yes, we are.
Have any kind of time?
Not right now, but we're hoping we get him back before the end of the season.
Anything else?
It looked like
Last one.
had his best game since early in the season. Did you notice that?
You know, I think he flew around. He made some good tackles. You know, the kickoff return was really one of the huge plays in the game. I think it was a 7-point game, and he almost busted it. Took it all the way downfield and gave the offense a short field right there. So, yeah, I think he played a solid game.